Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a young sculptor named Aarav. Aarav had a dream. He wanted to create the most beautiful statue the valley had ever seen. But there was one problem. He had never completed anything in his life. Every time he started carving a stone, he would stop halfway. Sometimes he felt tired. Sometimes he felt bored. Sometimes he simply doubted himself. The villagers often said, "Dreaming is easy, finishing is hard." Their words stayed in his mind. One morning, an old traveler arrived in the valley. He was known for his wisdom. Aarav gathered courage and asked him, "How do I finish what I start?" The old traveler smiled and handed him a small rough stone. He said, "Carve this stone into something beautiful. But there is one rule. You must work on it every single day, even if only for a few minutes." Aarav agreed. The first day, he worked with excitement. On the second day, he felt slightly tired. On the third day, his friends invited him to a festival in the neighboring village. Music echoed through the valley. Laughter filled the air. For a moment, he thought of leaving the stone untouched. "It's just one day," he whispered to himself. But then he remembered the traveler's words, so he stayed. He carved a little. The next week, heavy rains flooded parts of the valley. Many people stopped their work. Aarav too felt discouraged. The stone looked the same. Progress was slow. He stared at it and thought, "Maybe I'm not meant for this." But something inside him refused to quit. So again, he carved, just a little. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, the rough edges began to fade. A shape started appearing. The villagers began noticing. "What is he making?" they wondered. One afternoon, the same friends who once invited him to the festival came again. "Why waste your time on a rock?" they laughed. But Aarav no longer argued. He simply continued carving. And then, one sunrise, as golden light touched the mountains, Aarav stepped back. Before him stood a magnificent statue. It was not just beautiful, it was powerful. It showed a man breaking free from chains. The villagers gathered in silence. The same people who once doubted him were now amazed. The old traveler returned and looked at the statue. He said softly, "The stone was never the challenge. Your discipline was." Aarav finally understood. The masterpiece was not created in one day. It was created in small, consistent efforts, in moments when quitting felt easier, in days when no one believed, in times when progress seemed invisible. And if you look closely at your own life, you may find a stone waiting for you, a dream, a goal, a version of yourself hidden beneath doubt and distraction. The world will offer festivals, storms will come, voices will question you. But if you choose to carve a little every day, one day you will step back and see something extraordinary. Because greatness is not built in bursts of motivation. It is shaped in quiet moments of discipline.